So, Sunday, welcome to Simple Life Portugal. And before we start, maybe you should check that you actually are subscribed. I'm still having a problem with the subscriber drop. So if you don't mind, just check that you are actually subscribed to the channel, which is going to help the reach of the channel and reaching up to more people basically. So, still finger problems. I went to the doctor already. Too many times it feels like. But I'm still getting, I'm still having a small infection that won't just leave my finger. But it's getting better. I was there on Friday, and it's almost done, like healing up. But due to all the soft tissue damage, I'm missing a lot of meat from the finger. So I guess that's the reason why it takes so long to heal up properly. So so I basically just still have torn skin there or open skin that hasn't healed properly. But hopefully now it feels much better this week, but it's not sore to the touch or whatnot. So, but it's getting better. But I hope I'm going back tomorrow again on Monday. So I'm hoping that's gonna be the last of it. But I'm not holding my breath. But hopefully next week I can start doing some small stuff, because I just want the finger to be sealed up at least, even though it's hurting a bit afterwards, but as long as the skin are sealed up so it doesn't cause more infection and so forth. So yeah, that's about it. I haven't done really anything on the homestead. As you can see, everything is still overgrown and taking too much space here, so I just need to that's the first course of action. As soon as I can start working again proper, I'm gonna do the weed whacking to get that taken care of, because now it's really overgrown everywhere. But I don't know if you saw, but the other day I had my neighbors over here with the goats starting to clear the land. This is like the land boundaries between me and my neighbors. We have a fairly relaxed relationship to the border, shall we say. But they came here because their land is over there, and then they helped me graze a bit on the border. And you may or may not know, but goats, they eat completely everything. So even silva or brambles, they eat with a passion as well. So that's good. So a bit more visits from the goats, and the line is going to be clear. But hopefully I can start working properly tomorrow. Other than that, I started my this here. It's my stick farm. I'm just saving these, removing all the. This is a massive castaña tree. Well, massive, but it's an old variety. Doesn't give. It's volunteered apparently, so it's not a planted one. The fruits are a bit bad, small ones. So what I'm doing really, I'm just saving these sticks, taking away all the leaves, and then I just gonna let them grow here. So I have plenty, and the idea here is to just let them grow straight and taking away the leaf. They're not gonna get so much knots on them, so eventually they're gonna be full straight, and I'm gonna cut them while they're 2 meters long maybe, and I can get the smallest point to around 3 centimeters or inch and something to use in the gardens as trellis sticks or just fencing sticks or whatnot. It's as I said, it has castaña, or castaña would be chestnut, which is very hard. So it's a hardwood. So I really hope that this so-called now named stick farm is gonna produce a lot of sticks for me, and I just keep on doing it every year. Oh, there is Elroy over here. Let's visit Elroy. He's underneath the house. It's his favorite spot in the summer. There he is. He crawls underneath to get the shade and the cool. Because underneath the house is constant temperature, really doesn't fluctuate at all. So he spends a lot of time underneath the house when he's not out working with the goats, which he is actually doing every day. But yeah, now it's around lunchtime, so he usually come back with the goats and Elroy as well, so he's taking a break. But yeah, he's working with the goats every day, walking them within my neighbors and just walking in the mountains, herding goats. That's his job, which is apparently he's quite good at it, they say. So here, another exciting, not so exciting development. Yesterday, I had a bird of prey coming to take one of my chickens. It was Märta. She just started to lay eggs, but that's it. Living on the countryside, you win some, you lose some, and here we do have a lot of birds of prey actually. Oh, big hole. Yes, I lost one chicken, so I only have now back to 4, I think. And she's still Riker. She's still brooding, but I think I have to, this is the last week, so this will be the last day. She's been on the eggs for roughly 4 weeks. I only had one hatch, which came out dead, so I have no high hopes that they're gonna get some more hatchlings from that batch, so I just have to toss the eggs when she leaves them. And I talked a bit with the neighbors about it, and since we had thunder and lightning here, apparently what they say is that when you have a lot of thunder and lightning and the chicks are not fully developed, they simply stop developing after big thunderstorms and lightning. I'm not sure how it connects, but that's what the farmer around this village says, and I tend to believe them because they've been doing farming all their lives. So sadly, I don't think I'm gonna get any chicks on this batch, but also I think it's a bit my fault because I haven't had the time to build another chicken coop. That was the plan, to do a second chicken coop in the same chicken run. So just when they start brooding, I can move the brooding chickens into their own accommodations to just ease up a bit, because even though I don't have many chickens, it's still a bit cramped in there when they brooding, and they get a bit aggressive, so it's better to separate them. So the idea here is to, where the door is here, is to build another, not exactly like this one, but another chicken coop, hen house in there. So I have two houses in the chicken run, which means I can just, when they're brooding, put them over there. That's the plan. I even have the wood over there that I collected from the collapsed house, or the ghost house as we like to call it as well. Oh, Stevie's has been killing birds. If you don't like dead birds, look away now. But this is what cats do. Just that's all Stevie's work. Stevie's are my 2 cats, brothers and sisters. Pretty good hunters. They usually hunt a lot of mice and moles, actually, on a daily basis, I would say. So anyhow, back to the homestead thing. With the finger out of commission. Oh, camera work. What's your camera? The finger, as I said, is still giving me problems, but I hoped that this would be the last week. But I think we're looking at a couple of days for sure for the next week before I can start. But let's see tomorrow. It feels like it's better and better every day and going faster and faster. So I think this might actually be the last week coming up. And I hope I can start working again on Wednesday or something like that. Since I have, if you're new to the channel, up there, I'm starting my workshop, which is gonna be a wood workshop, because in this area there's really no people working with wood in that aspect. Here they're mostly used to working with stone and cement and hard materials like that. So a real shall carpentry shop in the radius of this village, or I would say maybe closest 40 minutes, maybe an hour even, not sure, but it's a bit from here. So the idea is to start small woodworking, like just fixing maybe furniture in the beginning, and eventually start building furniture, which I will sell depending on what I'm starting to produce. But first, the shop needs to be done. I'm up here now, actually. I'll show you the artichoke starting to bloom. And I asked last week about when to harvest them, and I got a couple of different suggestions. But what I think I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna let them bloom this year fully out to have the full cycle, and then maybe next year harvest. But let's see. This is the state of them right now. It's starting to look nice. Some of them are already drying out, but maybe I should just start watering, maybe. But yeah, they're looking really good. And apparently it's supposed to look like that, but yeah. And I have irrigation here, as you can see. I just need to turn it on and weed out this area. Oof, as soon as you get behind here a bit, see here. This is all silva or brambles. It's already a meter long, and it's everywhere. Literally everywhere, this silva. It's getting less and less every year, but it's just continuously cutting back and unrooting. But comparison, if you look on the video called First Day on the Land, should be one of the first videos. This hill I'm walking on here used to be covered in brambles, completely covered. And now, less so. Now it's just more normal weeds and less silva. But see, it's still silva coming everywhere. But it is what it is. I just have to deal with it. And Elroy's house starting to take shape as well. This is just wine grapes that are bended over this hole, and then letting the foliage continue. So what I'm doing is I'm just bending it up as it grows and placing it as a roof, and eventually this is gonna grow together with thicker branches, or whatever you want to call it. And this here is coming from here, actually, this vine stalk from there going underneath there, and then it continues up here. See, it's quite old. Continues up here, which I'm doing into a fence now. So it's gonna be a wine grape fence up there, and it's mostly just to, I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but it's a bit of a drop here, and that's just up here, right? Is the road, and I just wanted to make sure that you wouldn't walk over the edge or drive a car over the edge, because in the night here it's pitch black. So up there, grapevine fence. And same down here actually. Just in front of the artichokes, there's a grapevine fence as well, and this one has already started to produce quite a lot. I'll show you. It's a bit steep. Oh, see, it's already started to produce, and I have to weed it out, of course. But see, it's going completely crazy here. While the top one still hasn't started, but this one has completely gone off the rockers. It's gonna be grapes everywhere. Well, I mean, it's not a bad thing, is it? Free grapes is always free grapes. Yeah, and that's it, I think, for this week. So what I've been doing, oh yeah, yesterday I went to Bragança Castle to listen to a band called The Gift. Never heard them before. It's a fairly old, somebody said they've been playing for 20-30 years. I couldn't say. It was a good atmosphere actually. If you've never been at the Castello in Bragança, it's an old Moorish castle. So it's the atmosphere there when they have bands and festas and stuff, it's pretty good actually. And soon I think we're looking to have a medieval festival coming up. I can't remember the date, but I think it's in August, it could be in July. It's a medieval festival up in the castle as well, or in Bragança area. So probably gonna go to that one as well. But yeah, I can't say that this week has been so eventful on the work path. Sorry for interrupting myself, but this is the last piece of the road that won't comply. This is where the back wheel goes up, and it just keeps on pushing out that flat rock. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do now instead, because I had this problem since we built the road. This is gonna be the second year of the road, I think. Yeah, second year. The stones before the grass kind of grabbed them like this, right? They started to flip-flop up when you drove over them, and it has mostly to do with before they settled down with the rain and so forth. And this is now the last spot that keep on causing problems. So what I'm gonna do there, when the finger is okay, I'm gonna get a bigger rock, like a proper rock, and dig it down there. So just make sure that it stays a bit better there. And when that's done, that should be the last of it with the road. This stretch of the road, I should say, because I'm gonna continue the road, of course. Like you see, the blue car down there is Sullivan. It's his name, Big Blue Sullivan. It's gonna be a roundabout there, like a teardrop shaped roundabout, and that of course needs to be cladded with some sort of similar stone like this, right? But since I don't have any similar stone like this, and I don't have any money, I'm probably just gonna put natural rock like this type, which I have plenty of. If you don't know this region, what we have here in abundance are rocks and flies. Especially in the pre-summer with the flies, and August time we have a lot of flies, and the rocks is non-seasonable. We have a lot of rocks, and to get the rocks I just basically have to talk to a neighbor and then go up on the top of the serra, or the mountain, and fill it up with rocks, and then I have as much rocks as I want. So it's just that. But now with the rocks, because if you don't know, the rocks cause this type of problem. I smashed the finger in between two rocks, and then it kind of dismembered from the finger. should we say. But it's getting better. Grofan, he's here to say hi as well. Prosit, Grofan. Are you good, Grofan? Yeah. For those who want to know, Grofan was limping a bit. If you were observant the other videos, he's getting better. Although the veterinarian was here, was it on Tuesday, I think, or Wednesday? Not important. He was here this week at least, because Elroy, I can't really put Elroy in the car, so the vet has to come here to give him vaccines, or if he's missing like the worm pills or whatnot. So the veterinarian come to do house calls, which is great. So he had a look at Grofan, of course, as well when he was here, and he said he's probably having arthritis now. He's gonna be 13, I think, in January. So of course he's gonna have some sort of joint problems, even though he's a small dog. So next time I take him into the vet, because I take him there to cut his nails, because he turns into the devil, literally turns into the devil if you try to do it. So I don't want to cause that stress, me being present, to make sense. So it's more of a veterinarian thing. And when I'm gonna go there again in say 3 weeks time, we said that we're also gonna do an X-ray on Grove, just to see how bad the joint damage is, or how much it is, or if it's any. But I'm hoping for none. But he said it looks like he has arthritis in the knees. So, and he's a really good vet. So sadly, I think it's true. But we now just take care of it as fast as we can and see if it's any problem, and we can put Grofan on the right type of medication to help him with the joints. But it doesn't seem like he has pain, so it's just when he runs, he lifts his legs, but when he walks on all four, and sometimes it feels like he's just playing a bit drama queen. But let's see what the vet says in a couple of weeks when I go back. Yeah, that's it, I think. So yeah, as I mentioned before, the subscribers are starting to again, like I don't know if YouTube is doing a purge or whatnot, but the subscriber views or subscribers to the channels are just free falling right now. I'm probably looking to go under 10,000 within a couple of weeks, with the rate that YouTube is purging my account. So please just share with your friends or whatever, because it's quite obvious that my content is not recommended by YouTube. I mean, we have on the channel, we have had a negative growth since January, which is impressive. It's 6 months with not a single added subscriber, and constantly producing content. So I can't really get my head around it. Anyhow, on that subject, I am in talks with a very good friend of mine that might gonna join the channel in the capacity of helping me out in the back-end side of things with SEO and content, and just using the right keywords and so forth to write keywords, not clickbait keywords. Because it's something that I hate, it's clickbait. And that's probably why my content is not recommended by YouTube, because I don't use clickbait titles or that type of dramatization of the titles, meaning that the titles doesn't match the content. And as I said before, I think it's just good practice to make it as truthful as possible, because in the end everything is going to be controlled by AI, so it just needs to be truth told. But hopefully this friend is going to come on board, and then I can start, or he can start helping me with probably doing the backlog of, since we rebranded the channel, to start go back to that from March and start looking at the text and start optimizing the body of text and also the headlines and the links that needs to be in there and so forth. So, but for me, it's just too much to do all of it. Getting over, or not getting over, but resettling in a new environment. Since Cindy passed in cancer in December, it's still a lot of things to take care of and so forth. And so I think that just getting a friend to help me with the text portion and the SEO optimization of the channel, I think it's gonna show on the growth, I hope. But then again, I'm not holding my breath. So since I have had zero growth in 6 months, actually negative growth, so it's also impressive. But yeah, as I said, we just keep on going, plugging away, and we do this year experiment up to March next year, and then after March next year, I still think that if the channel is not profitable by then, I will probably not continue YouTube. But by then, I have most definitely got my workshop in order, so I can just go back on that side instead and do carpentry stuff in the workshop instead of doing YouTube. But let's see if the channel picks up. It's a good channel or good source of income, but it's also a lot of work. So, and as you see on my reports, since I'm very transparent with my channel and earnings and stuff, last month I think I made 119 euros. So I mean, I don't need much money, as I said. I only need like 550 euros, 600 euros, 550 euros, I think, and then I can even save money to make this homestead go around, since all the land and the house and everything I own is already paid for, so I have no mortgage on anything. So my running costs are very low. So if I have 500 euros, I'm more or less secure, and I can actually save money. So yeah, that's the target goal for March, 550, and I think that's gonna be the hard bottom line. If that's not reached by March, I'm probably looking into putting my energy into building stuff and just selling stuff instead, and repairing wood, furniture, and whatever it's done in wood, basically. So, but yeah, it's still a long way to go. It's 6-7 months to go before March, right? So we just have to see how the development goes. But fingers crossed that the channel picks up and I can continue doing it. But we shall see. We shall see in March. But yeah, I think more than that, I don't have any bigger reels this week. Although I can mention that this week the summer really came. It went from being to the mid-low 20s to being in the high 40s, and now already it's around 12, and it's gonna be hot today again. But summer, and here as well, North Portugal, we do get, or do we're hoping for rain in August. It usually comes. Last year it didn't come that much, but it usually comes a bit rain in August as well. But we just have to see how it goes. So yeah, and I'm really hoping for a bit of a cooler summer, because I have so much stuff to do. And here, when after midday, between midday in the summer, midday and I would say 4 o'clock, it's almost impossible to do anything if it's not cloud covered. But when the sun is out, it's too hot to work. It's dangerous even, I would say. So, and here as well, most people take a long siesta or do other stuff during the hot hours of the day. So, but yeah, that's it, I think. A lot of rambling today, wasn't it? Anyhow, so yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channels. And also thank you everybody for commenting here comes my neighbor. He's gonna borrow my car, so I think I have to call it for today. So ciao ciao, I guess, and have an awesome Sunday, and hope to see you next week. Bye bye.